morning students, myself Meeta. Today I will teach you mathematics and today our topic is squares and square root. Firstly, I will explain you about the concept of the square. Square of a number, the first point is square of a number. When a number is multiplied by itself, the product so obtained is called the square of that number. For example, if we are doing like this, 2 multiplied by 2 means a number multiplied by itself, that is called the square of a number. So we can write here 4. This one is the perfect square of the number 2, and we can write this one as 2 is multiplied by itself 2 times. So we can write 2 raised to power 2. This symbol, this indicates for the perfect square. So 2 square, it will also equal to 4. Now after that, the next topic is perfect square, same as the square number. A perfect square is a number that can be expressed as the product of two equal integers. Means when we are multiplying or we are finding the product of two equal integers. Here minus 3, I am taking the example of minus 3. When a number minus 3, when an integer, it can be positive or negative. It will be multiplied by the equal number. So we get the positive and it will be equal to 9. So 9, it will be called the perfect square. And 3 minus 3 and minus 3, they will call the square numbers. After that, there are some important properties of the square number. If you will learn them, then you can easily solve all the question of your exercise. Now, the topic is properties of square number. First one is the square of any even number, that is always an even number. I am giving you the one example of this one. When we are multiplying 2 by 2, 2 is the even number. If we are multiplying this by the same number or we are finding the perfect square, we got the number as 4, and 4 is also the even number. The next one is the square is odd number is always odd. Now I am showing you the next example. When we are written minus 3 multiplied by minus 3, this one is the odd number. When we are multiplying by this, by the same number, means we are finding the perfect square, we got 9, and 9 is also the odd number. Means if we are multiplying two even number, we are finding the square of even number, we got the even number. If we are finding the square of the odd number, then we got the odd number. The next property is squares are always positive. A number that is even, that is negative or positive, the square of that number, it will always the positive number. If we are taking the example of minus 3. Minus 3, this one is a negative integer because here negative sign is here. When we are finding the square of this one, means minus 3 multiplied by minus 3, we got plus 9. Note the minus 9. The property is clear that when we are finding the square of the negative integer, we got always the positive integer. The next one is the number of zeros in a square of a number with n is 2n. I am giving you one example, 10 square. If we are finding the value of 10 square, means this one is equal to 10 multiplied by 10. Here 1 0 is here in the number. If we are finding the square of that number, we got the double zeros. 1 multiply 1, 1. Here 1 0 is here, and when we are multiplying 0 and 0, we got the 2 zeros. Means if here 1 0, then there will be 2 zeros. Is that the property of the number of zeros of a square, that is always 2n. I am giving you more example. If we are finding the square of this number 200 square, we are writing like this, 200 multiplied by 200. Now we multiply this one by the orally. 2 multiply 2, that is 4. 2 zeros here, 2 zeros here. When we are multiplying, we got here 4 zeros. two zeros are there, but in the perfect square of that number, the zeros will be doubles or zeros will be 4. Is that clear to all? Now these are the some important properties of the square number. After that, I am telling you another part of our topic, that is square root. This one is the opposite of the squares. The square root, a number that produces a specific number when multiplied itself, is called the square root. For example, I am writing here 2 multiply 2, that is equal to 4. This 4, this one is the square number, and if we are writing this one oppositely, then we can say that 2 is the square root of the number 4. Now there are two methods to finding out the square root. First one is called the prime factorization and second one is called the long division method. Now I am explaining you both one by one. If we are taking the example by prime factorization, firstly I am explaining you. You already done the topic of the prime factor in the 5th, 6th and 7th standard. Firstly do the prime factor of the given number. Let the number is 100. Firstly check that is that divisible by 2 or not. This number will be divisible by 2 because this one is the even number, because the ones place digit is 0. We have to write here 2 because this one is divisible by 2. Here divide this one, 2 5s are 10 and 0. Again this one is the even number, so it will be divisible by 2. Divide this one, 25. Now you check, is that divisible by 2? No. No, it will be divisible by 5. You have to write here 5, 5 is 25. Now write here 100, that is equal to 2 multiply 2 multiply 5 multiply 5. These are the prime factors of the 100. We have to find the square root, means a number multiplied by itself. So we have to make the pair of two numbers. The numbers should be same. We can write this one as 2 square multiplied by 5 square, that is equal to 100. By the power law, we can see that the powers are same. So we can write this one as 2 multiply 5 raised to power 2. It will be equal to 100. Now 100 is equal to 10 square. Means we can write 100 is the perfect square of the number of 10. Now this method is called the prime factorization method. Secondly, I am telling you long division method. Long division method, I am telling you. This symbol indicates for the square root. If I am taking the example of 400, you have to find the square root of 400 by long division method. Firstly, make the pair from the back side, from the one place. It will be single. So you check this one. Is it a perfect square or not? Or number it will be divisible. So it will be divisible by 2. 2 into here 2, 4. Subtract 4 into 2. Right here whether you have to add these numbers or you have to do the double of this number. You can write anything. Now 4 zeros are no use of 0, so you have to write here 0. Write this one as it is. So you can write here square root of 400, it will be equal to number 20. Now these are the two specific methods to find out the square root. First is the prime factorization method, another one is the long division method. Is that clear?